finishing up the conversation on Antonio, how aware were you of Antonio's social media postings prior to the postings, Mr. Big Chest, etc., Drew?
I mean, Antonio knows he doesn't, he obviously is someone that is an avid with his fans on social media. He's had a great presence on it. We typically don't discuss those things. I'm not directly involved. If he calls me and that's my opinion, I'll share it with him. But, certainly I follow everything that he does. And, at the end of the day, Rich, we're in a good spot. I mean, quite frankly, he made history. Here's a man that, things fell apart with the Steelers and everyone agreed that it would be best to move on. He was able to do that and land with a new team that has a great attraction. And now he is, once again, the highest paid receiver in the National Football League.
Yeah,
we were when we did his last contract 2 years ago. And, this thing couldn't work out any better for us on all levels, right? And he'll always love the fans in Pittsburgh. And you know what, Rich? I'm sure that there will be a mending of the fences at some point later in Antonio's career with the Steelers and the people involved.
Well, in terms of that, with the contract, Drew Rosenhaus, how do you think this is sitting with the rest of the National Football League? Because, as you said, history was made for sure. 3 years left on a deal, 30-year-old guy. He is posting things on social media that is perceived by many as disruptive. We still don't really know what did happen in Week 17. He does have a 9-year Hall of Fame resume. There's no question about it, and an unquestioned work ethic for many of his teammates to say. But all that said, he got paid. He got the exit visas he wanted with a multiple-year contract still sitting on the table. How do you think this is sitting in the rest of the National Football League?
Rich, I think it's going to hopefully have a very positive impact on the National Football League. One thing is an agent that I'm a huge believer in. I've had discussions with the NFLPA about this, and they're very supportive. We're always looking for more flexibility in the ability to renegotiate and seek trades. It should be more of a two-way street in the NFL. You'll see a litany of players that just signed new contracts 2 years ago. Look, just in Detroit, they let T.J. Lang and Nevin Lawson go. I think it was last year that Lawson signed a new deal, and 2 years before that, T.J. Lang. That's just a small example of instances where teams commit to contracts with guys and then let them go. I mean, wasn't that long ago that we did a big deal for Timmy Jernigan with the Eagles, and the Eagles decided not to pick up his option. Hey, listen, that's fair play. I'm in discussions with teams right now about players that just did free agent contracts that are either going to have to take a pay cut or going to be released. If that's okay, then why isn't it all right for a player like Antonio, who we feel has outperformed his present deal and uncomfortable with his current team, to seek a better circumstance? If teams can do it, why can't players? So, listen, this is prevalent in the NBA, and I think it's great if more players and agents can follow our lead and do what we did with AB and what AB has accomplished with other teams and other players.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.